this is, what y'all do.
We're trying to rebuild it and put it back into its original 1845 state. We're doing ghost hunting tours and stuff through the month of October. This is our biggest fundraising night, our month. But we need to do some foundation work to this house. The floors are starting to cave in a little bit, and then we'll start on the outside.
Can you tell us who's in this room? Buddy, did you die in this room? Quit playing with the radio and talk to me. Did you die in this room? Yeah. I heard that.
Well, last year in the long room we had the whole flashlight incident, and you know that's questionable because you know anything can make a flashlight come on, but this time you know it was pretty legitimate experience. You know, something like just tugged on my pants leg, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Was it a miserable death? Go. Ooh, I didn't like that. I just got chills.
The card you got there, what's it called?
Magnolia State Paranormal.
Can you explain that?
Yes. We also have a paranormal group, and that is our name of our paranormal group. And if anybody has any, you know, paranormal experiences or you know things going on in their house, they can call us, and we can always come out and investigate it. It's always free, and we'll come in and set up a time and date and investigate the house and see if y'all have anything or
Debunk it.
Tell me y'all's names besides Buddy. Go. You keep telling us. Why do you want us to go? Beth.
I kind of came in, you know, totally, I don't believe any of this. I feel like, you know, spirits, once they depart, they don't linger on the earth. But when we were doing some of the EVPs and stuff, we tried to, as they say, debunk it. And we did numerous different types of methods to debunk it, and we couldn't. So that kind of made me lean towards the iffy side, like maybe.
Mr. Deason, are you in here? Misty, did you say my name? Yes? What you want to tell me?
And then when we were in the main lobby area, we started using, I think it's AM radio, to talk, and we asked them questions, and we got responses. We didn't just get random stuff, we actually kind of got some feedback that answered our questions. There was even a point where they said one of our names, and that was kind of interesting. It kind of took me back.
Is anybody feeling a temperature change?
It's getting hot.
My head hurts.
You know why your head hurts?
That's good. That's good.
That thing over there.
Was it?
You know they say that causes headaches.
Yeah.
That energy thing.
It was more fun this year than it was last year, but the device that they're using to charge the room so that spirits can have more energy to move around is the idea. It hurts my head, gives me a real bad headache. I don't like that. I don't think I really felt anything. There was a lot of noise from that one machine I was holding in the first room, which was really fun, but it just kind of came and went. It would have been cool if it was more consistent. There was nothing in the attic. But when we went to the long room, I got a spine tingle a few times, and my back started hurting. I don't know if that's just the way I was sitting, but it felt kind of weighted. And now I'm just really tired and my head hurts. But it was fun this year. I liked it. I think it's a good experience. It's something that people should try, just to say you've done it, at least. So it was fun. Looking forward to coming back in future years.
It was a lot of us sitting in a dark room
listening to the people who did believe it and still do, try to sell it to us. Nothing happened. I see nothing, no proof.
I didn't see, feel, or hear anything. I wanted to, but I did not. That's it.
All right, we have here Christian, our believer, who apparently actually experienced something here tonight. She's here to tell you her thoughts and experiences.
Okay, well, I came into this not thinking anything was going to happen. Because what are the odds of something really happening? And then they were talking about things, and every time they'd say they heard something or felt something, I was like, well, I didn't hear any of that. I think you're making it all up. This is just a big game. So we go into the long room, which is where the surgical stuff happened. And they start talking to some ghost named Buddy, and I didn't hear anything. Nothing was happening. But then they started talking to this little boy, and the table underneath the table where my legs were got cold. And the other people that were around the table said the same thing. And then he told Nicholas, which is a little ghost, to go and touch somebody, play with their hair, or just mess with them. And I started to feel my pants leg move. But at first I was like, okay, there's nothing, this could all be in my head. And he was like, well, I know somebody got touched because he told me. I don't know if he was just making that up or not. But then he told him to mess with him again, and my pants leg kept moving every time he'd say something about it. And then he would move away, and whenever another part of the room would get cold, my legs would go back to the same temperature as the rest of my body. But right before we finished, my whole body was ice cold. The table underneath me was ice cold, and I felt something brush across my feet. It moved up my pants leg and up my side. It felt like little fingers dancing up my side. And so I shifted in my chair because I was like, you're being ridiculous. There's nothing happening. And the same thing happened again. So I moved out of the chair, and somebody else sat in the chair, and he said that he felt his pants leg move.
You know, we want people, a lot of people, I would say younger, I guess, are not familiar with the house. They just see it sitting here. They don't know what it is. We just want it to, get big and people realize this is a historical piece of Ellisville, Jones County. It's the oldest house in Jones County. And if the community don't help, it's hard for us to have money to keep it going. And I think the future needs to realize, this house is part of something, of history. It needs